Hello, everybody.
Tsukihime!
We're back.
Tsukihime! Um, or I guess by the time we're recording this, the previous two episodes haven't even been uploaded yet, so.
Yeah.
Um, 8, Death. Do you
Damn.
remember what happened last, Dawson?
Yeah, we met that vampire guy or something that tried to kill us and stuff like that. I remember. White.
You
Color
remember.
white summons an old memory. Something forgotten.
The
Something
superior color.
superior. Something I was supposed to forget. Something my father commanded me to forget. A hot summer day, blue sky and large columns of summer clouds, the wafting breeze and the drowning voice of cicadas. The voice of cicadas. Chirp, 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 chirp. So loud I want to die. Cicada shells are lying in the clearing. As if the sun is right by my side, the clearing is roasting. A hot midsummer's day, as if the entire world became a frying pan. Wah wah. Wah wah. Wah wah. Akia's crying. Akia, who would always obediently stay close behind me, is brimming forth with tears. A child lies collapsed at her feet. His white shirt is painted red with blood and he doesn't move at all. I'm looking down at that. My hands are red, just like that child on the ground. No, that's not it. These hands are red with the blood of that child. Akia! The adults are coming. After seeing the sight, their expressions change rapidly. One in the adults take Akia away. The child lies there, dead. In the distant sky, the white clouds. I'm left alone, staring at the sky aimlessly. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling at me. They shout my name, the one who killed the child. Those two syllables, shouting if they went crazy. Just those two syllables. Those adults call me Shiki as my hands are stained red. I feel like I just saw an old familiar dream. I open my eyes. I'm in my room. After that, after losing consciousness by the mansion wall, it seems like I somehow made it back here. My thoughts still aren't coming together. I remember the whirling events of last night.
Still
That
not
man
coming.
wrapped entirely in bandages, and how he could see the lines just like me. And after he was impaled by those swords, his body burst aflame, and with a voice that sounded like his dying curse, he ran off. After that, I can only remember things vaguely. Figure on the top of the streetlight. That figure that saved me, that seemed to resemble CL-senpai. Yeah, right. That can't be true. I finally wake up. Putting out my glasses, I get up in bed. The clock says it's past 8. Normally I would have long since eaten breakfast by now, but today's a school holiday. Hisui isn't here? Figure Hisui standing before the door is like a shadow is nowhere to be seen. I'm sure she came here many times to wake me up, but I never did, so she probably went off to do other duties. I let out a deep breath. After I parted with Arcade last night, the events afterwards were beyond my comprehension. That bandaged man and that figure helped me. They're not just things I can understand no matter how much I try. Whatever the case, I have to meet Arcade tonight. She has to be able to give me some answers. I'll talk to her all about those strange things, but for now I have to return to my normal life or I'll go crazy. Alright, first things first. Time for breakfast. People can't do anything on an empty stomach after all. Shaking the sleep from my body, I go to the sitting room. On the second floor east wing hallway, I see a dark uniform. It's probably Hisui. It seems like Hisui was leaving Akia's room. Guess we'll run into each other anyway, so it won't hurt to give a greeting. Hey, Hisui. Call to her. Hisui realizes I'm here and quietly walks over to me. The goat!
The goat!
Good morning, Shiki. Yeah, morning. Sorry for waking up whenever I felt like it. I apologize as well. Should have been there when you awoke. Please forgive me. Hisui silently bows her head. Being apologized to us, like after I left the middle of the night and managing to get back to my room, I suddenly feel like the worst person in the world. There's no need to apologize. I didn't wake up at the usual time, so it's my fault. It's okay if you want your voice your complaints. Voice my complaints? Yeah, my friends always says I'm a lazy bum, and he always tells me I'm occasional whack to my back is good to set me straight. Hisui stands there thinking silently as she stares at me. It's like that for about a minute. She doesn't even blink, but
Did you
just
just
stares at me.
tell Hisui to whack him on the back when
I
he
knew
sleeps
forcing
in?
Hisui to do such an ordinary thing would be impossible. Don't worry about it. Just forget it. More importantly, I'm kind of hungry. Is breakfast ready? Nissan went outside. Your breakfast is ready in the dining room. Oh, in that case, I'll go have some food. Sorry to bother you while you were working. After saying a
Why
quick goodbye, I
bother?
head downstairs. Hisui!
Why bother? It's gonna
Hurt
hurt me.
me.
It's gonna
Gonna
kill
kill
when
when
you
you
desert
desert
me.
me. This happened to me twice before. Won't happen to me anymore.
Won't happen to me anymore.
After breakfast, I return to the sitting room and come face to face with Hisui. Ah, that was good. Thanks for making such a great breakfast every morning. Bring my hand together and thanks. Preparing meals is Nissan's doing. If you wish to compliment the meal, please tell Nissan instead. That's true, but your duties are really completely separate. Such as like today when only I slept and I thought you might make it. Shiki's, are you saying the breakfast was not to your taste? Eh? Her words are so off topic it's troubling. Should you think I was saying I want to make breakfast because the breakfast tastes so bad? That's not it. Even cold Kawaku's cooking is delicious. But I like it when it's warm, and it made me really happy if I got to taste your cooking, Hisui. I cannot do that. Shiki-sama, I refuse to cook for you. Her eyes suddenly took on a challenging look.
I refuse
see.
to cook.
Yeah, I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do. You do so much for me already. Still silent, she faces me if she wants to say something. What could it be?
You don't want to see.
Is there something that's difficult for her to say?
She's a goat at a lot of things, but she's not like Shiro. She can't cook, bro.
What's wrong, Hisui? Did I do something bad without realizing it
we
again?
need to cook.
Hisui shakes her head no. She stands there silently. Then I'll go back to my room. If you need me, please call for me. Later, I say as I start to walk out the room. But before that, Hisui walks towards the lobby. Shiki, this may be impolite, but I want to fulfill your request to the best of my ability. Huh? She looks directly at me. This morning I came to realize how powerless I am. 7 times. I called up 7 times, but there was no response. Is this acceptable? 7 times? What do you mean? I'm totally lost as what she wants to say. She turns around. To say it candidly, I think you are very dense, Shiki. Hisui disappears into the lobby with her footsteps trailing in the air. Huh? Left by myself, I blurt out stupidly. After thinking to myself for a while, I finally realized what she was complaining to me. It's okay if you want to voice your complaints. I said that earlier. That was my request? Yeah, there's no mistake. Hisui was thinking about it the whole time and was waiting for me in the sitting room just to tell me. Well, it's complete, but she said, but saying dense is a little too blunt, right? I really want to think of it, but does Hisui really hate me? I go back to my room, but I don't really have anything to do there. Thinking about what I should do next, I decide to walk around the mansion I haven't explored in 8 years.
Hip hop, just a euphemism for a new religion.
I arrive at the lobby. Come to think of it, I was always getting yelled at for playing in the mansion as a kid.
Wait, this is this episode. Damn! Sam!
What?
Ah! I'm already technically here in remake, but keep going, keep going.
I'm no kid anymore to
Push it
play in the
along.
mansion, and
Push
my
it
old man
along.
is also gone. I used to get so excited just walking in the hallways when I was a kid, but now I don't feel anything at all. For some reason, I aimlessly wander around the mansion to confirm my childhood memories. The hallway stretches quite a long distance. When I was a child, I believed this hallway would go on forever. The mansion seemed as large as a castle, and every day I would walk a bit around the mansion and carve my name on the wall, the pillars, or the floor. It was sort of a game I would play with Aki to see who could take over the mansion. Saying that wherever I put my name became my territory, and it was really just the two of us walking around the mansion and carving our names here and there. Oh, still here. On the handrail by the stairs is carved the name Shiki. It's probably because of these games that my old man forbade us from playing inside the mansion.
Realize it's all caps, okay? I'm just gonna point that out. It's all caps.
Shiki!
That'll become important later.
How is that important, though?
You'll figure it out. I can't say why it's important without spoiling it, but just get that is important. That is important.
Right. Anyway, if I look closely, I can see both my name and Akia's all over the place. The spacious mansion, while I used to think it was like a giant castle, now it almost seems like an abandoned, haunted house. Because I've grown up since then. Aki and I were not the Tono, Aki, and Tonoshiki that we were then. I go outside. Come to think of it, most of the time we spent playing was in the garden. Since Aki was obedient to that old man, unlike me, she can only play outside for about 30 minutes a day. And still, she usually just stayed behind us, watching and listening. She would energetically run out with us and compete with us in whatever games we would play. Perhaps her personality stems from those times. She might have suppressed herself in front of that old man. But still, Aki has changed too much since then. Maybe these 8 years were a longer time than I thought. I go to the courtyard. Outside, the walls are also inscribed with names. Shiki, Shiki, Akia, Shiki, Akia, Shiki, Akia, Shiki, 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 Shiki. The ratios are like that, and the name Shiki appeared far more times. Suppose Akia was just a girl, so she couldn't keep up with a boy. Jeez, it would have been better if I held back a bit. Cursing myself from that time doesn't change the number of my scribbles. If this was the case, I probably made Akia pretty angry, considering how much she hates losing. I see. Maybe she's taking an eye on me now. Sure, she's not the kind to do that, but if she did, that's a little cute. I'm an older brother stupid for his little sister. Yeah, I really am. Well then, with a nostalgic, peaceful feeling, I strolled through the courtyard. Hisui? As I come to the rear courtyard, I see Hisui's figure from behind. Hisui doesn't realize I'm here. What is she doing going into the woods like that? Bit curious, I follow her from a slight distance, and where Hisui headed to, there seems to be a small clearing. Huh? There's a clearing in that place? Tilting my head to the side, I try to remember. For some reason, my memory is a bit vague. In the forest of the mansion, I can see a clearing, as if the trees were cut there. No, can see is not quite right. If you walk by normally, you probably would never notice it. If Hisui didn't walk there, hidden enough by the surrounding trees as it is, would have never even noticed. If I lived here all my life. Was that always there? If it was, we probably played there as kids. To say the least, I don't remember ever playing with Aki in the clearing. I feel like I've never been there before. After thinking for a bit, I decide to go into the clearing. Clearing doesn't strike me as anything out of the ordinary. I don't see any sign of Hisui. What's this? It's just an empty place. I walk to the middle. It really is just an empty space. Perfectly level open ground. The deep woods enclosing the area. The voice of the cicadas in the strong summer sunshine that feels like it could dissolve.
It's autumn, by
summer
the way.
Sunshine? Ouch. The one on my chest starts to hurt. It's like slash stabbing this pain.
The wound? What?
The wound. Shut up. This pain that feels like a kitchen knife stabbing my chest. Chirp, 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 chirp. What is this? From somewhere I can hear the voice of cicadas, but it's autumn now. The summer sunshine bathes everything in white. Columns of summer clouds in the far sky. I can practically see the voices. At my feet, discarded shells of cicadas. Discarded shell. Someone's discarded shell. My wound opens. My chest becomes paint in a dark crimson. Black vermilion soaks both my hands.
This day will be a short
silhouette,
one, so we should do
approaching the
2
footsteps
days
of a
today.
young girl. The columns of clouds in the far sky. The discarded shells of cicadas. Then, in front of me, the crying face of Akia, who is drenched in blood. Chirp, 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 chirp. Ah, voices which try to pierce my eardrums. Voices of cicadas. Oh. My chest hurts.
I burped at
I
the
feel
right
sick.
time.
My wound has healed a long time ago. Why does it hurt so much? My chest is broken. Old wound opens. Blood flows forth from the opening. What is this? My wound, it hasn't healed.
My wound.
My wound. My wound. It hasn't
You said
healed at
wound
all.
the first time. I was just gaslighting.
It hurts. I'm scared. This is the impulse called death. My consciousness sinks. My wound hurts. My body collapses to the earth with a large thud.
And he's dead. The end.
Oh, I can hear voices talking. Akiya-sama, are you not going to call for a doctor? Don't be stupid, Hisui. There's no way I could do that since Nissan's wound isn't normal. Akiya and Hisui are talking. This is Shiki's room. It looks like I am sleeping in the bed. It looks like I am sleeping in the bed. I plan to say
like
yo and get out of bed.
The game purposely does that. I plan to say yo.
Yo.
Get out of bed.
My chest doesn't hurt anymore, but my body feels as heavy as a lead. I can move on my eyes and
Lead's
mouth.
heavy, by the way.
Just what in the world were you trying to do, Hisui? You know not to let Shiki go near that place.
Angry.
Please forgive me. This can't be solved by apologizing. You were assigned to serve Nissan to avoid this kind of situation. So what were you doing? Completely different from her usual manner, Akiya gives full vent to her anger. In comparison, Hisui is accepting the scolding, looking down silently. I'm not sure how this all came about, but I can at least tell that Hisui is being yelled at because of me. Answer me, Hisui. What were you doing and where were you all day long? Hisui doesn't respond. The air grows tenser between them. Biting her lip, Akiya takes a step towards Hisui. Even I can understand that Akiya intends to hit her. Hisui seems to know this as well, but she just stands with her head hung in shame, ready to receive it. Hold on, Akiya. Nissan, you're awake? Yeah, you were so loud I woke up. Akiya looks away uncomfortably. Hisui still keeps looking down, not even trying to look at me. You know, you shouldn't let out on Hisui. I don't know the circumstances, but this has to do with me collapsing, right? It's not her fault. I just collapsed on my own. I strained hard and somehow managed to lift the upper half of my body off the bed. But till I can manage, I don't think I can even move an inch more. But since Hisui's depressed, I have to force myself to act as fine as possible. Honestly, getting into a fight over me, even when you look like an adult, you're still a child. But you completely fainted, Nissan. You were out for more than 10 hours. Nothing like this has happened before. If you never woke up, what would I have done? Idiot, don't say things like that. Wasn't this just anemia? Huh? It's 10 o'clock already? Yes, you were unconscious since noon. She speaks hesitantly. I wasn't worried about me, but my promise to meet with Arcade in the park at 10 o'clock. Oh no, I have to go. Akiya, I have to go, so I'll leave the rest to you. Don't bully Hisui, okay? Don't say stupid things. I won't ask where you go every night, Nissan. I won't ask, so please at least tonight take it easy on your body. Haha, I'm okay. This is pretty regular. When I was in the middle of school, I just collapsed twice a day. You know that, right? That's why I'm more worried. Nissan, please listen to what I say, at least for... Oh, whoops.
Why are you clicking through stuff?
Because I accidentally reset
Went
the
back.
dialogue.
Oh.
That's why I'm more worried. Nissan, please listen to what I say, at least just for tonight. She looks me in the eye with a serious expression.
Save. This can result in a bad end. You have to do as Akiya says. You also get a better scene that way.
Okay, let me head back in full screen. I guess it can't be helped. I'm afraid I'll make her cry if I keep going against her. Alright, I'll go to sleep for today. Saying that,
Oh my
I lie
god,
down.
lag. Holy
Really?
shit, the lag.
You're not going to sneak out of the room later? No, I get it. To tell the truth, my body feels incredibly heavy. I don't think it could sneak outside. Thank goodness. Akiya breathes out and relaxes visibly. Hisui tells Kohaku that Nissan is awake. Nissan, what about dinner? Oh yeah. No, tell Kohaku-sama I'm sorry, but I don't think I can eat right now. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I understand. Then Hisui tells Kohaku that. Still looking downcast, Hisui nods and leaves the room. Now then, lying in bed, I start to feel sleeping again. Like this, I bet I could fall asleep in less than a minute. But before that, Akiya, there's a place like that in the garden? Yes. When we were children, we used to play there often. Oh. For some reason, I don't remember it well. Yeah, I really did forget all about it. And one more thing. It's a weird question, but when we were kids, wasn't there another kid with us? Huh? She tilts her head like she doesn't understand what I'm saying. I guess not. There couldn't have been another kid. But if that's true, how strange. That scene I saw in my dream, and the dream I saw in the clearing. If those two are the same, then it doesn't make sense unless there's another kid that was killed. No, it's nothing. Just talking about a dream. Is that so? Then good night, Nissan. Please rush slow. Yeah, I'll do that. As soon as I answer her, fall asleep as fast as if I had passed out again. So that was so... Wait.